This is Radio Clash. You all know the song. Quick question, which studio album by The Clash did this first appear on? Hey everybody, my name's Tom. You're watching High Rant District. Today is part 19 out of 19. This thing is finally over. This has been my quest to collect all 19 Clash UK original 7-inch singles. The genesis of it being that I saw a CD box set that had had 19 CDs made to look like records, and they were all original UK releases. Copies of them on a CD. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I decided I wanted to get the originals, the actual vinyl, and I wanted to do it at a rate of one per month. So it's been about a year and a half going on doing this. I just wanted to keep it affordable and interesting to me over time. I don't know that anybody wants to watch 19 parts of another saga like this. If you've seen them all, you people are saints. Anyway, getting back to the number 19. Anyway, we might as well just get into it. This is Radio Clash, backed by Radio Clash. So this is Radio Clash. Everybody knows the song, wildly popular. This single is from 1981, I'm pretty sure. What studio album by The Clash is it on? It's not on a studio album. And that to me is just weird. Anyway, let's see. Here's what the record looks like. You got Radio Clash, backed by This Is Radio Clash, which is, did I have that right? No, it's This Is Radio Clash, backed by Radio Clash. Radio Clash is a remix of This Is Radio Clash with slightly different lyrics. Most people aren't aware that there's multiple versions of the song, which is kind of cool. And it's cool that it wasn't on a studio album. And that's one of those things that was a big thing to me about, I'm not a big 45-inch record collector, 45 RPM record collector. I don't collect 45-inch records either. They're just too fucking big. But you get to know. I mean, in this case, I knew the song. I don't think I had processed that there was two different versions. But it's just kind of cool getting to know a lot of the B-sides on records that don't appear on studio albums, or at least didn't in the past. So just kind of showed these. Not necessarily in the order that I got them, but I learned a lot. I collected all, original UK releases, getting them in VG plus, what I would consider easily listenable condition. I'm getting through these. And actually, Bobby Gass had asked me a while back a couple of questions about, about the whole saga. It's I think I've said already 19 times, what was the inspiration for doing this. But he was asking me about like the ins and outs of this and how I went about it and what was difficult. Did you have any problematic sellers? What's the most expensive? What's the least expensive? I'm not going to get into the cost of things. As far as what was the most expensive, though, I will say that this EP, the interview, because you had to send away for this, I think, with a coupon from NME magazine in order to get this. I think it was kind of a tough get. It's an interview EP. Let's see. It's the Capitol Radio EP, is what it's known as. I won't go into the cost, but it was pricey, just because it was hard to find. The rest of it, the difficulty factor that came into this was me looking for the UK version of these records, and not being somebody who lives in the UK. The Clash were a wildly popular band, so these records, other than the Capitol Radio EP, I'm sure there were just tons of all of them made. And I was aware of that going into this, otherwise I probably would not have started the project until I had finished it, and then I would have started showing it. I was comfortable that, other than this one that would be a bit of a pain, price-wise, that these were all easily doable, and there's a bazillion of these. If I tried to, suss out, originals of, I don't know, I'm just guessing here, I'm guessing, Perubu original singles would be a bit tough, or like Led Zeppelin, or like original Beatles singles, that would be crazy expensive. Those would be undoable. But I knew this was doable, and so I just went ahead and did it. As far as how I acquired the records, again, when you're looking for the UK version, you're really not going to find that in Portland, Oregon, where I live. So it was really all Discogs. Now, as far as which one to buy which month, really it was just a matter of just taking a look. Here's the ones I need, and then just kind of narrow it down to all right. So is it where are the ones? Who are the sellers that have the condition that I want it in, at a price I'm willing to pay? And then from there, just kind of narrow it another step further, going, what else do they have that's on my want list that's priced right and in the condition I want? Because, you live in the United States and you're ordering from the UK, shipping from the UK is kind of pricey. It's very pricey. Where you get spoiled living in the United States. If you're a U.S. resident and you're ordering from someplace in the U.S., Media Mail for a well-packed LP runs like $3.12. It's shipping records is real inexpensive in the United States, but buying from Germany is not bad. They're very affordable and efficient. Go figure. But buying from the UK, the shipping is expensive. So I always kind of wanted to find out what else a seller might have that's affordable and a condition I want, that's on my want list. This kind of in order to kind of bring the average shipping price attached to each individual piece down. So that's kind of how I went about it. This was not rocket science. Just a matter of point and click and search around. If I was searching for the U.S. versions of something, honestly, it'd probably be a Discog search again. I have in my head, there's probably a bazillion 45s of Cleveland, Ohio punk bands, that I would love to have. I'm not going to find them in Portland, though. I might find them if I was on the ground, in Cleveland or Akron or Columbus or something. But Discogs makes things easier. In Portland, Oregon, there's a lot of record shops, but I really only go to them for a new release of something. As far as something that's hard to find or older and in good condition, that stuff is really it's either picked over or it's crazy expensive. It's kind of an expensive city. So anyway, I think I kind of covered it. Got them all. Got all 19. Buying these 19 45-inch records, 45 RPM records, probably doubled the amount of 7-inch records that I own. And I think that's the best part of this. It kind of opened my eyes to the potential of 7-inch, 45 RPM records. Grabbing a song or two that didn't appear on a studio album, and being somebody who's I'm not normally a person that buys compilation albums or B-side albums. So a lot of the music, of bands that I enjoy, I don't know everything by them, and getting a song like that on a 7-inch, very very cool. So it's definitely opened my eyes, and it's definitely I'm gonna expand my collection of little tiny baby records. So I had a good time. I appreciate you watching. If you sat through all of this, I'm not going to post a link to the song because y'all know the song, and I'm going to shut up. This has gone on for too long. 19 episodes. What do I have? Somebody else asked me. I think Lise asked me what I have lined up next. What's the next project? This is really a one-time thing. It's not. I don't always kind of have like projects like that in mind. If something comes along and inspires me, I'll do it. Otherwise, it'll just be like hey, here's what's new, here's what's spinning, or here's what's pissing me off. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.